Hello class, and welcome to today's lesson on how to add and subtract fractions with unlike denominators. Like I stated in the earlier video, the most important rule about adding and subtracting fractions is that you do not add the denominators. This is very important, be sure to remember it. Now let's start with the made-up problem. Today's problem, let's say we have 1 over 3, so 1/3, plus 2/5. Now you see, the denominators are not the same, so you can't simply put the two numerators together. So what you have to do is you have to change the denominators so that they're the same. How do you do this? You need to find the least common multiple among these two. So what that means is you need to find a multiple of 3 that is the same as a multiple of 5. So let's do this by listing out the multiples of 3. 3 times 2 is 6, times 3 is 9. That is not a 9, excuse me. 9, 12, 15, 18, 21. Now the multiples of 3 go on and on and on. So let's stop here because let's try to see if a multiple of 5 fits in here. So let's write out the multiples of 5 now. So we have 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, and on and on and on. Now let's see. If you look through, a multiple of 3 is 15, and a multiple of 5 is also 15. So this means that 15 goes into both 3 and 5. So let's rewrite the problem where the denominator is 15. So let's rewrite it down here. So just set it up. So 15 is the denominator plus 15. Now we changed the denominator, so we also have to change the numerator to a problem that is exactly the same as this. So what did we do to 3 that made it 15? We multiplied 3 times 5 is 15. So then what we do to the denominator, we have to do to the numerator to make sure that this problem is equal to this problem. So 3 times 5 gave us 15. So then 1 times 5 would give us 5. So 5 over 15 is equal to 1/3, which is true. Now the same for this one. What did we do to 5 that gave us 15? We multiplied by 3. So we have to do that to the numerator. 2 times 3 is 6. Now look, 5 over 15 plus 6 over 15. They have common denominators. So what we do now is we just add them together. Bring the 15 over, because it's the same, and we rewrite 5 plus 6. Once again, this is exactly the same as this, and this is exactly the same as this. So we're still finding the answer that we need to. And then we do basic math, bring over the denominator, and 5 plus 6 is 11. So 1/3 plus 2/5 is 11/15. And that's how you do it. Now some problems, you can simplify them to make it a smaller number. However, this problem you cannot. What I mean by that is, say we have our final answer is 4 over 6. What we would then do is simplify it to make it the smallest number. So 4 over 6, again, this is hypothetical. Let's pretend that this is the answer. Can simplify to what? 2 over 3, right? Because we did not divide both of them by 2. So this is the least common, this is the smallest answer that we could have. Whenever we do this, we want to find the simplified answer. For this problem, this is the simplified answer. And that's how you do it. Now the same applies if you're doing subtraction. Let me just simply erase everything so I can have room to work with. Erase all our work. Okay. Now let's try the same thing with a problem that's subtracting. You do the exact same thing. So this problem, let's say it's 3 over 4 minus 1 over 3. Now you see they do not have common denominators, so you cannot just simply put the two numerators together. So you have to find the least common multiple of 4 and 3. So let's list out the denominators. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, and so on and so forth. 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, and so on and so forth. Now you see, a multiple of 3 is 12, and it's also a multiple of 4. So that's the least common denominator that we're going to use. So to rewrite the problem, let's do it up here, where both denominators are 12. Now what did we do to 4 that made it 12? We multiplied 4 times 3 is 12. So then we have to do the same to the numerator. 3 times 3 is 9. Now same thing with this one. 3 times what gave us 12? 3 times 4, correct. So then we do that to the numerator. 1 times 4 is 4. So this problem, 3/4 is equal to 9/12, and 1/3 is equal to 4/12. So then we have common denominators, and we just do basic math. Let's write this down here. So 9/12, 9 minus 4 over 12 gives us 5 over 12. And that is the answer to this original problem. And that is how you add or subtract fractions with uncommon denominators.